Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back to do another reading. The energies are very strong today, and we're making great strides and progress. And I was really happy to receive a message, and then I pulled these cards, and it helped to explain how you were able to achieve this success. So I want you to know that you've been successful in clearing and releasing and finally dissolving the bonds, the cords, the bindings from somebody in your life that you were trying to separate from that was really struggling and letting go. It was equally a beautiful but toxic connection. So the beauty of it was very short lived, unfortunately, and that other person chose to remain in their toxic energy versus transform and become enlightened, okay? In the ways that you've moved on, viewers. So you are forging ahead, you're miles ahead of this person, but the main message is through forgiveness, you've been able to release yourself from the toxic bindings of this person. So just know that you're free of that. And the clearing that I did earlier today for those who otherwise needed a little bit of help to release, or if that person needed help in letting go as well, it could have gone both ways. It was successful and has been successful. For those of you who are here tuning in, this is confirmation of that. So congratulations, okay? So the avian realm is very powerful right now, and this is actually an angelic realm, but it's linked to our physical world through these species of birds. So just know that if you love birds, this is the reason why. And to me, birds represent the divine. And right now, you're working in this beautiful timeline with the sun and the moon's energy perfectly. It's protecting you. These guides are protecting you. These beings are protecting you. So if you have birds in your surroundings a lot, just know that that's part of the blessing, and that's a guide or protection or assisting with opening up portals for you to receive information or to travel or to do whatever it is you need to do, okay? So I'm not an astrophysicist. I don't have a background in quantum physics either in terms of formal training, but when I channel, I do feel that I'm receiving information from the realms. So I'm simply relaying and repeating what I'm channeling in terms of information, okay? So the miracle is at hand here, and I was speaking about miracles yesterday in my meditation group. And the gift of the miracle is here for you. This is your, these are the counterparts here, and you've overcome huge obstacles that would have otherwise prevented you to come back into full union. And the rainbow is a beautiful example and representation of both parties who are doing all of the work that they need right now to fully ascend and ground this new love, okay? So you see one's a little bit brighter than the other one. I feel this is you, viewer, and you're holding space here in the physical. This person's coming in and they're going to do the work. They're going to catch up. They're going to get all the codes that they need, and these readings will assist in that. And then you'll be able to fulfill your blessing in this miracle and this union here. Because you've been patient, viewer, this is why you're going to succeed and achieve that. All right? There's wisdom at hand here, and you have that connection to the divine, and it's important for you to speak about this wisdom, okay? Even if it's different, and people around you aren't used to it, they are eager for it. They're starving for it. So keep talking, keep sharing, because people are receiving it in a very quiet way for some. Some are more open about it, but just know that it's working and you're succeeding, okay? Magical healing. My body, mind, and spirit are in a state of magical healing. So yeah, I feel like both of you are in this state right now, but you're moving into a new state of existence here. And let's see what's here. Mystical light. I am a beacon of mystical light, guiding myself and others towards positivity. So this is what I was just sharing. So because you've embodied this energy, you've been a guide for your counterpart that's come in, that's receiving all the beautiful downloads, and they trust you. And you're the leader in a way right now because you need to be. You're holding space for this other person to complete the healing before they can come forward, okay? But just know that you're doing it perfectly. You've succeeded here. This is success. You live a very simplified life, and you need to keep it as simple as possible. What I mean by this is remove chaos, blocks, toxic stuff. Like, you've already done, you know this, and I know it's an ongoing process and that's something you have to do all the time, but it's just a reminder to keep doing that. Don't lose sight of that, okay? Meaning the work's never done. So we're going to come out of solitude, and this person has razor sharp focus now and is overcoming, has come down the mountain. So interesting that mountain was dark here. See how it's lit up? And I was talking about the energy of the cold weather and how we're using that element right now to help manifest. So it's going to allow abundance to come through. See, it's going to allow you to go forward. Look. You're going to be in union by the time spring comes around, summer. And you're manifesting all throughout winter. You're going to continue to work hard. But this is the counterpart that's come down off the mountain here. And they're having to go back, and they are going to come back, and they're going to explore all sorts of things with you. And they want to do it with you. They don't want to do it alone anymore. They want to come out of solitude. And they're ready to go forward. Oh, that's the release that's happening here. Okay. That's fantastic. I love that. Truth, yeah. Truth be told. So they're ready to come forward and talk to you about truths, and they're going to succeed in doing that. Okay, so I'm going to grab the tarot to see if we can find out more about what this truth is about, okay? But you are the foundation, and you're holding space in the lower part of the structure of your union structure in order to allow this person to come and face the truth. They needed to face the truth within themselves first before they can come back and share it with you. And the energy and the divine and the earth plane is supporting this being, this person, and coming forward. They're excited. Inner peace, yeah. Enlightenment, there we go. Yeah, they're embarrassed. They're hiding it right now, and it's almost like a bit of an ego. They need to shed a little bit of ego here because like they feel silly for not embracing this sooner, for not believing in your abilities sooner, or believing that spirituality is a thing, and these are tools, and there's nothing wrong with using them. There's beauty within. So and if they haven't achieved that understanding yet, they will receive this enlightenment once they let go of the doubts and fears, and they receive and let it come through. Okay, they'll have peace. You'll have peace. This is your union here. Okay, so let me just pause. I'll grab some tarot cards for more messages. I'll be right back. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Three of Swords, and that beautiful Ace of Wands. So just know that there is a passionate new beginning that's being safeguarded here, and it's the foundation of this reunion. And you may have already encountered this energy, which is why it's being supported by you merging together, if you did, to allow for this to be birth. And so it wasn't like a physical birthing. It needed to be birth physically in that way through the sacral, but spiritually it allowed spiritually for this union to come in, okay, in the way that it did it. And that was to make sure it was safe, because I think there were a lot of nefarious energies that were trapped in your field. So you needed to come in that way in order to make sure that the light and the love that was embedded here by joining as one here merged together, and then that love is solid and is unified and is emanating from the inside out and is pushing all that nefarious energy out. That can't happen all at once. Obviously, it would create a lot of shock for people and probably breakdowns, but certainly it takes time, and that's the process that you're in right now is what I'm getting. So just be patient with yourself and with this person. Okay, it takes time. So I'm speaking truths here. That Ace of Swords is confirmation of that. And this person is ready to come forward and share the truth about how they feel. Okay, they're protecting, so they want you to know that they haven't shared this reunion with anybody. If you've come together in this way, that they've protected this, and You know, the heartache of it is really, I feel that it's just taking a really long time for them to come to you. Okay, and they're heartbroken about it. But it is what it is. Like, we can't change the energetics here of these structures, and you can't wish it away. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so yeah, see. The heartache too is that he ran away in a sneaky way. He took off and he wasn't honest about why. And I think he was heartbroken about the way I think that he's handled things. But he's letting this go and he's ready to move forward and from a place of honesty and integrity and be proud and not have shame here. And maybe he was embarrassed because he had doubts or he doubted, you know? And so he wandered off and he didn't really have the know-how and the emotional stability or maturity to explain all of this to you with words. He was overwhelmed and he just kind of went off, and that's an older energy. We're coming out of that. I feel like we're in this energy here right now. We're stepping into this energy here. Because the first card that came out was the Ace of Swords. So he's ready to be honest. And again, I was talking about the honesty card here about facing the truth within himself. He's done that. And now he's going to bring you this enlightenment. He's going to bring you more information from an emotional point of view here, and probably open up more about his emotions and explain that he was guarded and scared, and this is why he was closed off. And he knows it caused heartache for you as well. So acknowledging that to you is going to be huge, you know, and we appreciate that. I feel like somebody tried to come back in his life and it was very awkward for him and he was very uncomfortable, and maybe he needed time. Maybe he stepped away to go deal with this, and that's something else that might have happened for other people here watching. And it could be another group of people I'm channeling now, but you know, just know that it was awkward, but he dealt with it and he fixed all this, and he was very clear that this, if it's a past person that tried to come back, the relationship was over. And there isn't leaning on each other anymore for any capacity, for any reason. So meaning if he used to help this person out, he told her or him, no, you know, you go and you need to find another way to do that. Like, I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, so I'm not going to be your sounding board. I'm not giving you money. If you need your computer fixed, if you need your driveway snow plowed or shoveled, you need to ask somebody else. I can't be that person for you anymore. Okay, and maybe he was scared to tell you that this was happening because he was scared that you would have left. You know? Yeah, he wants to apologize. This wasn't easy either, because I feel like this other energy would have really put pressure on him and made him feel guilty, especially if it was like a separation or a divorce, right? I don't have anybody. Like some of them who really can't struggle, who really struggle being on their own, who haven't learned to be independent, who are very codependent, even though there's a separation, they still try to hang on. So there's a coming back around here, and that coming back around will be safeguarded and protected. There are no weaknesses in his fields anymore. This has all been safeguarded, and or by the time he gets back to you to have this conversation, it'll be the clearings and the healings will all have been completed and have taken hold, and everything will be really, really strong and powerful. Not to worry, okay? He has wisdom now, and he knows this is a blessed union here, and he doesn't want to take any risks to ruin it. He's very sorry. But we're not going to cover up this card because this needs to be exposed. the ways that he did this and why. He owes you an explanation, and I feel like he knows that, and he's going to tell you. He's just been avoiding it. And he might tell you that this happened, finally, and maybe he wanted to wait until it was fully dealt with. And maybe he didn't want you in the line of fire here. If there is somebody that was around, coming back around, wanting to come back around, and I'm getting he didn't share any news or information about you at all. That's why that message came out earlier, right? I think I had said something like he didn't say anything about you being together. It's a good thing, because she would have just blamed, or he would have just blamed this on you, viewer, being kind of back in this person's life, or being newly in this person's life, even though you have nothing to do with this person in their past, okay? He was not happy in that previous connection at all. Actually, it was torture for him to get out, and it was a major rebound. It was not, they didn't come together for good reasons or in a healthy way. It was to avoid facing pain, okay? So, but he's cleaned that up, and he's cleared the air, and I think he's ready to come forward, and he's really leaning into the truth now, and he's not scared, and he has faith, and it's good that you've showed patience, viewer, and that you've been very supportive, because he feels it and he knows, and it's helping him achieve success here. All right. So we're just going to protect what might not be seen here, and we're going to clear any nefarious energy that might still be here. Okay. And so he's receiving this gift, and so this will allow him to move forward. So again, if you've gifted this person with crystals, by him accepting them, keeping them, and still holding them and using them in any way, it's affording the protection required, the support required, the foundation required to move on here, to move forward. Okay, yeah, going forward, see? This is a beautiful reading. Congratulations to this couple. You've done fabulous work, and we send you continued love and strength as you continue to move through this energy until you come forward and face each other again and have that beautiful conversation for healing, and then you can reconcile and just enjoy life, okay? Take care. Wishing you well.